It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Steelers, reigning league MVP. He's not afraid to throw it, second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Colts on Monday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, a bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor leading into the game? But you also have to be prepared. What are you going to wear? How are you going to keep yourself not only warm, but then be able to go out there and perform and be functional, and you're not running around with a parka on. So it is a very delicate balance between being comfortable and being functional. And the teams that handle those conditions, especially in pregame, tend to have the advantage once the game's kicked off.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now Richardson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
First and 10. Now Richardson. Wide open. They lose Mitchell. He's got it. And he will score. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
His kick is good. Makes the score Colts 7, Steelers nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, the quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air. But most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt them. If he continues to play at that level, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, faking the give. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Williams, first down, and he's not done. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On first down, it is Williams. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
That is caught side of the end zone. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case,
and he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 79 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
you're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Third and long. Richardson going to look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's in! Touchdown Steelers! Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only did they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Colts offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Here's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Third and 6. Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
His kick is good. And the Colts cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Jaden Reed leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Ken Walker, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. These 2 teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And third down coming up. Back to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. He keeps it himself. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. No handoff, he'll keep it himself. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Throwing on second down, Richardson. This one complete to Bryant.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Third and long. Out of shotgun, Richardson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Richardson to throw. This one high, over the middle, but complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Watson will make the read and holds on. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Watson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the...
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll go again with Williams. And this will gain a couple of yards. up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here we go. One final play. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.